Hi everyone, my name's Kia and welcome to a brand new channel called Kia on Cars. You may have seen me elsewhere on a platform called Pennies and Pounds, which is all about personal finance. Well, this is a branch of that. We're talking about all things cars. If you're interested in cars or getting your first car, this is a channel to visit. So to kickstart this channel, we're going to be starting with a series called First Time Cruising. So if you're a first time driver or looking to get on the road for the first time and not sure what car is good, this is a series you need to be watching. To help us with that, we are in Car Giant based in Wilson Junction. Car Giants are exactly that. They have so many cars. Right now, they have over 1,000 cars on their lot. Without further ado, let's get into the first episode. To start us off, we're going to be focusing on the Vauxhall Corsa. Now, the Vauxhall Corsa came over to the UK in 1993 and is one of the UK's best-selling cars ever. According to stats from Compare the Market, the Vauxhall Corsa is the most popular first car amongst all age groups from ages 17 to 59. So it's only right that we start with the Vauxhall Corsa. Now, although both the interior and exterior have seen major changes over the years, the core essence of what makes the Corsa have remained the same. The first ever Corsa that was brought to the UK had some then revolutionary features that we see as a standard across all modern cars now, from power steering to anti-lock brakes and a car alarm. But by far, the most popular shape amongst new first-time drivers is the 2006 to 2014 shape, as this is when Vauxhall upped the ante and came out with a much bigger and better built version of the Corsa. So that's the history of the Corsa, but now enough talking, let's have a look at the car itself. The exterior of this car has a much more modern look to it compared to the former shape of the Corsa. From a slightly bigger front grille to a more angular front bumper, these minor changes have a major impact on giving this car a sportier feel. This car is the Petrol Vauxhall Corsa 1.4 litre SRI VX Line Edition. The top speed of this car is just over 100 miles per hour and it's able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 15 seconds. This car is a front wheel drive, has 3 doors and has 5 seats. Brand new, this Corsa could do around 534 miles per tank and has a fuel capacity of 45 litres. It is important to remember that fuel economy is to be used as a gauge, as the actual fuel usage can vary due to a number of different factors such as temperature, the weight of the car and speed. The safety rating of this car from its test in 2014 is 4 stars. Right, so now we are in the car. Let's take a look at it. So first things first, this interior is really nice. This is a 2017 plate, we know this, but it's a very, very nice interior in first impressions. Now, I'm going to start up this car. And from what I can tell, you push down the clutch and there we go, the car comes on. The car is on. It's really good to know that it's got electric windows, so I can wind the windows up and down. I'm gonna put my windows up for now. So first impressions, I am a fan. So I've never been in a Corsa before or driven a Corsa, but I can see why people really like it. This one in particular is pretty high tech, 2017 plate. It's got a screen on the dash, so you can actually see it's got a timer there. And if I press the menu button on the car, it also shows you your remaining oil life level. This is at 74%. Pretty good, really liking this car. So now if we move along to the stereo, you can already see here, if you didn't know, this screen is touchscreen. So anything I want to do, there's buttons down here. So I'm gonna press home and have a look. I can go around with audio, gallery, phone, projection, and settings. A cool thing to note is that if you plug in your phone with this car, it has automatic wired CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you want to project your phone onto the screen and be able to use it for Waze or Google Maps or for your navigation in general, you can do this with this car. Also, a really cool thing is you're able to, if you have any downloaded movies, I know we're past that age, we're in the age of streaming. If you did have any downloaded movies, you can play it in the car. It only works whilst you're stationary. One feature that I always look out for, it's a hot day, you know what I'm gonna say, it is AC. Now this is so key. If you've ever been in anyone's car on a hot day and they haven't got AC, boy, you've known about it. So I find this a crucial one for every car. In my opinion, I'm telling you, you may think it's slightly cheaper, it hasn't got AC, I don't need it. Until you face those extreme weathers that we sometimes get in the UK, boy, then you'll know this is not something to play with. I need AC. So let's try this one out. Oh, that's blowing there. That AC should be on. I feel, is it coming out cold? Oh, it's coming out cold. This is pretty fast. Oh, this is cold. This is cold. Oh, it's quite hot today, so I'm liking this. I'm really, this is good. The AC, check. We're happy with that. Now, also looking at the car, we can see the steering wheel, and this is a very high-tech steering wheel. It's got a lot of things on it, so it's also got cruise control. So if you're on the motorway and you're going at a certain speed and you want to stay at that speed, you don't really want to be putting your foot on the gas, you can turn on cruise control and it will allow you to just have your hands on the wheel and just maneuver the car, and it drives for you. I can sometimes find it a bit boring, so I do have that tendency sometimes if I have cruise control on, you know, you just kind of just zone out because you're not actually doing anything with your feet, so you're not super alert. But again, if you're doing a long stretch of road, a long stretch of motorway, it is a useful feature to have on your car. You can also control your stereo and the phone through the car. It's got features to pick up phone calls and end phone calls, as well as to mute your sound, and obviously volume up and down, which is a must. Now let's check the wipers. This is a key one as well. It's really crucial to check your wipers. We forget about it when it's summertime because it doesn't rain as much, but when it's winter and you've got torrential downpour, it's always key to know if your wipers are working and how to actually get them working. So front wipers, we just push up. There we go, that works. And it has different modes. It has first mode, second, third, and that is the fastest one. And now rear, so I was trying to figure this one out earlier. I wasn't sure because some cars, you twist up the same handle, some of them are different. This one's got a button at the side actually, where you can press, if you can see just here, you press down, and we see the rear wipers are working. So all in all, first impressions, I'm quite happy. It's also got electric mirrors, so if you've been in an older car, I had an older car for my first one. I used to have the little handle in the corner, so I used to have to manually push the mirrors and try to figure out if it's the right direction. This is no more of that. You press left or right to be able to maneuver whichever mirror you want to move. And then you've got the north, south, east, west, or up, down, left, right, whatever you want to call it, to be able to move the mirrors into the right position that you need. You can see the detailing on it, predominantly black with, it's got a red trim over the front. It's got cotton seats. Let's have a look up here. So often there's this little compartment here. In some cars, and in my car that I have personally, this is typically where you'd have sunglasses, or you keep glasses in there. Is this anything? Nope, I think this is just an empty compartment, unfortunately. We can pull down these mirrors. Got nice mirrors there. And there's got one for the passenger. Some places don't have passenger. Yep, it's got passenger mirror there as well. Underrated feature. These handrest thingies, I don't know what you call it. I'm gonna call it handrest, right? I love them. But most cars that you go into only have them for passengers and not for drivers. But how many times have you been sat in traffic and you just want to rest? I just want to rest my arm. My car doesn't have that right now. So my car, I'm just anywhere. I'm cruising, you know what I mean? Life is a highway. And I'm gonna ride it all night long. So I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm a fan. A big one, every car is different. Figure out the reverse. So on this car, the reverse is, there's a button underneath. So we pull up the button, push it to the far left and push it up, and then the car's in reverse. That is how we do it in this car. Very useful, it goes up to 5 gears here. Pretty fast, pretty cool. One thing I didn't get to mention is that this car is a 3-door. And as much as I love this car, I'm not a fan of 3 doors. If you're not sure what a 3-door is, it's the number of doors that your car has, right? So you maybe use your mum's car, your dad's car, your friend's car, where it has 5 doors. So that would be the driver's side, the front passenger, 2 back passengers, and the boot makes 5 doors. This only has 3 doors. So only the front driver's side and the front passenger and the boot are the only doors on this car. So to get to the back, you'd have to push the seat forward, whether it's driver's side or front passenger, to be able to get into the back 2 passenger seats. So I'm not a fan, but you know what? Let's get in the back and see what it's like. Here, I am going to assume... Oh, I've never actually been in the back of a car before. I've never actually gone in someone's car who's got a 3-door. But I'm going to assume that here, we would have to pull the seat up, forward. And did we do this? No? Oh, gosh, what did I just do there? I have no idea. Oh, my goodness. Hold on a second. I figured out how to do it. It's actually really simple. So for this car to bring it forward, we will just pull this lever and push it forward there. And it opens up the back space. Now let's get in. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. And pull the seat back. And that's it, back into position. I'm in the back, and you know what? It is a bit spacious back here. If you don't mind having a 3-door, if you don't mind your passenger or you as driver having to push your seat forward, then this is a great car. But me, I'm not a fan. If you're someone like me who does a lot of journeys and carries a lot on those journeys, then there'll be one question on your mind. Kia, how big is that boot? Well, come ahead, let's have a look. So when it comes to Vauxhalls, you'll find the lever for the boot located under the Vauxhall emblem. If we have a look here, all we do is I will press under the emblem, and that is open up the boot. Lift this up. We will see the boot. Now this is a pretty big space. Anyone looking to put some stuff in there. This can pretty much fit, I would say, about 2 small suitcases, maybe at a push, 1 big one, but I think that might be a major push unless you took off this lever here to give you some more room. All in all, for a first car, this is a pretty decent size for a boot. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. let's talk money. How much is this particular car going to set you back? Well, this model that I'm sat in is a 2017 plate, and this car has done 33,000 miles. That's pretty low for the age. The average mileage that a car should do is around 10,000 per year. So this car is about 5 years old, so it should be looking at around 50,000 miles. So it is slightly lower for the age, which is really good. And this particular car will be set you back about £9,000. But how much is road tax? Well, you'll be happy to hear that it's on the lower end of road tax. This will set you back £30 per year, which is very good if you're a first-time driver, because you want to keep the expenses as low as you can. Because I'm telling you, it all racks up when you have a car. And the insurance group is 3E. Now, what you'll find is when you search for a car, you will see a number paired with a letter. Now, you're probably thinking, what does this all mean? Now, it's hard for me to sit here and tell you how much your insurance is going to cost you, because it's determined on a number of factors, such as your age, any convictions that you have, if it's your first car, if you've had insurance before, if you got into an accident, the list goes on. So I can never sit here and tell you this is how much insurance will cost you. But to give yourself a gauge, the lower the number, typically the lower the insurance. So for a first-time driver, you want to be looking at a number that's about 10 or less when it comes to the insurance group, to give you a good understanding, a good idea of how much roughly, what kind of band you'll be looking at for your insurance. Now, the letter paired next to it is actually the safety rating of that car. Again, something very good to have in mind and to understand the safety of the car that you're looking to buy. So overall, the Vauxhall Corsa makes a pretty good first car, and it is no surprise as to why so many first-time drivers love the Vauxhall Corsa. Well, there you have it, guys. The Vauxhall Corsa, the nation's favourite and most popular first car for first-time drivers. What do you think? Do you like the car? Would you get it yourself? If you already have a car before, was this your first car? Let us know in the comments. And also be sure to let us know what other cars you want me to review, and I'll make sure to do it on this channel. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe so you never miss out on a single video from us. And now, what's to come in the next video?